Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mathis High School commencement ceremony. Please help us to recognize the Mathis High School class of 2023 as they proceed to the field. Ay, ay, ay. We are proud to be joined tonight by the American Legion Post 633 Commander, Marine Veteran Al Pacheco, VFW Post 3079 Commander, Army Veteran Lupe Franco Pedraza, Navy Veterans Don Lewis and Neil Johansson, Army Veteran Roy Guerrero, Marine Veteran Fidel Alvarado, Hospitalized Marine Veteran Ribladro Vega. Please stand for the posting of our colors by FFA officers Jocelyn Gonzalez and Isabel Westbrook. Please welcome Senior Jeremiah Mercado to the podium for the singing of the National Anthem and Ruben Madrano, Senior Class Vice President, for the reciting of the pledges.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Our invocation will be presented by Mathis High School Senior Class Treasurer, Jaylyn Garcia.
God, we come to you today to thank you for the class of 2022 graduates. We ask that you bless every one of us and that you help us all in our future endeavors. We pray that you be with us all and guide us through our journeys, and that whatever we may do, we do it to honor you. We thank you for everyone who has allowed us to get to this moment, and we ask that you bless them all. We ask that you bless and be with the teachers, administrators, family, and community that have worked so hard so we could enjoy this moment and have been with us every step of the way. We thank you again for allowing us to be here with our families and celebrate our special moment. Amen.
Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, seniors, parents, family members, friends, and Mathis High School alumni to Pirate Stadium and this evening's 2023 Mathis High School commencement ceremony. I am Cynthia Westbrook, the Mathis High School principal, and it is my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2023. At this time, we ask that you please silence all of your devices, remain seated throughout the ceremony, and refrain from using any confetti or noisemakers so that we may honor our graduates and respect our long-running tradition of a dignified ceremony. Tonight, we are here to celebrate the 111 seniors who are closing one chapter of their books and opening another. This class is ready to take on the world and go out and make a difference. Students will choose to enter college, join the workforce, or the military. The work that they did at Mathis High School has prepared them for success. This class has completed a total of 259 dual credit courses for a total of 777 credit hours. They earned $1,277,135 in scholarship money. Students have earned a total of 74 industry-based certifications, all which are amazing accomplishments. All parents and grandparents, please stand and be recognized. Parents and grandparents, stand, please. Thank you. Thank you for supporting your child throughout their entire educational career. Thank you for pushing them, believing in them, guiding them, and being their taxi. Thank you for trusting Mathis ISD with your most precious gift. We love each and every one of them, and we are honored to have played a role in their lives. At this time, I would like to recognize our distinguished guests. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Mathis ISD Board of Trustees. President, Ms. Melinda Barajas. Vice President, Mr. Rick Cortez. Secretary, Dr. Moises Alfaro. Member, Mrs. Justine Sablatura. Member, Mrs. Angie Trejo. Member, Mr. Raymond Acosta. Member, Mr. Sean Orsak. From Mathis ISD Central Office, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Tim Norman. Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Veronica Guterres. Administrative Assistant to the Superintendent, Ms. Leslie Cardenas. Director of Federal Programs and Assessment, Mrs. Christina Alvarado. Curriculum Director, Ms. Sonia Gomez. Elementary School Principal, Mrs. Lacey Broccoli. Intermediate School Principal, Mr. David Garcia. Middle School Principal, Mr. Randy Tiemann. Mathis Learning Center Principal, Dr. Jesse Riojas. Special Education Director, Mrs. Veronica Garza. Safety and Student Services Director, Mr. Leo Cano. Community Liaison, Mr. Ernesto De Luna. Wellness Director and Licensed Professional Counselor, Mrs. Stephanie Schutte. Parents of our valedictorian, Mr. and Mrs. Jaime and Josie Garcia. Salutatorian, I apologize. Parents of our valedictorian, Mr. and Mrs. Roel and Criselda Robles. Mathis High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Braden Maxwell. Assistant Principal, Dr. Lizette Paisley. College and Career Director, Mrs. Roxanne Aguirre. Counselor, Mrs. Renee Guajardo. Counselor, Mrs. Rosalinda Varial. Athletic Director, Mr. Trey Stevens. Mathis High School staff and teachers, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, teachers. Thank you for your continuous efforts in ensuring the success of our students. Your hard work and your dedication are noticed, appreciated, and essential. At this time, Mr. Maxwell will introduce our guest speaker.
Our graduation speaker this evening is Mr. Gabe Salazar. Gabe has been recognized by Popular Hispanics magazine as the #1 Latino speaker in the nation and has inspired over 2 million students with a powerful message of hope. Today, Gabe will share his own personal story of overcoming obstacles of homelessness, hopelessness, and gang influence to become the first in his family to go to college. There will be moments of laughter, moments of seriousness, and moments of interaction. His mission today is for all students to leave here tonight knowing that no one is born on accident, that everyone has a purpose, and he wants you to dream big. Please help me welcome to the podium, Mr. Gabe Salazar.
Thank you. Parents, moms, dads, grandmas, guardians, and graduates, hello, how are y'all doing tonight? Isn't it an amazing evening? Now, we've made a lot of noise in this stadium before, I'm sure you have. So can we make some real noise tonight and say how happy and excited we are to be here tonight? There we go. Oh my gosh, you guys look great. I had a chance to meet the graduates a little bit earlier ago, and I want to say hello. You guys look even better here on the field, getting ready to graduate. Superintendent Norman, thank you so much for allowing me to be your speaker to the trustees. Great meeting all of you all, and what an incredible community. I am originally from San Antonio and Houston. I live in Dallas now, but I am a proud Tejano, and I love Texas, and so if you're here, I'm really excited to be here in the South Texas area. So let me get right into this. I thought about what to share, and you heard a little bit just a moment ago of my book that I wrote called I Was Born on Accident, but I'm going to choose to live with purpose. Parents, I get it. I know nobody's actually born on accident. I know nobody runs to a hospital screaming things like, I thought it was just a bad torta. It was a boy, and he's graduating today. But we know that there's a lot of people that feel like they're accidents, and so I wanted to share a little bit about my story, and if I could sit down with the seniors and just share with you guys just some tips that I would share with you guys that you need to know to just be the best that you possibly can be. I want to share those things with you today. Now, I got in trouble a lot. I moved a lot. I went to 9 different schools. I was that kid that was always moving and moving and moving. I was trying to fit in all the time. Every school I went to, I was like, where do I fit in life? We moved a lot because we were poor. We were living in apartment complexes or live in our car. Or we'd get evicted, get booted, and we'd be always moving. One school I went to, everybody was a skater, so I was like, Mom, I'm a skater. My mom would be like, Mijo, you don't even own a skateboard. And I was like, I am a skater. But we were poor. We didn't shop at the mall, Walmart, Target, Ross Dress for Less, or even the thrift store. We shopped at a place called The Pulga. Nobody knows The Pulga here. Mathis is like, I don't shop at no Pulga. I shop on Facebook Marketplace. Whatever. When you shop at The Pulga, everything's bootleg. It comes from China or Mexico, so my shoes wouldn't say Adidas in the same font. It'd say Adios. It didn't say Polo, had an extra L, so it say Pollo, but I tried to fit in. I got in trouble a lot. I tried to be a gangster. I was living in Houston, Texas. I'm going to kind of be anecdotal. I was in alternative school. I got in a lot of fights. I didn't win a lot of them. I'll be honest, Mr. Norman, I got in a lot of fights because I didn't win a lot of my fights. That girl was bigger than me. But listen, dudes in the hood I'm just kidding. Dudes in the hood don't know how to fight. They don't know Taekwondo or Jiu-Jitsu. You ever seen cholos when they fight in the hood with the pinkies? They're like, what's up, fool? What's up, fool? And then their bandana falls down, so it looked like he's in a fight with a piñata. They're like, higher, behind you. I get in a lot of fights, and I try to fit in, and I get in trouble. We skipped school. I skipped school one time, and these guys said, let's skip school. And I was like, where do we go? They said, we go down to the corner store. We go get candy, sodas. We get whatever we want. I was like, I don't have any money. They were like, we don't have money either. I was like, okay, let's go. We took off to the corner store, and they taught me how to steal with the shoe trick. Your homeboys ever taught you to steal with the shoe trick? Come on, Valedictorian, Salutatorian, you know what the shoe trick, right? When you act like you're tying your shoe, you put candies in there. You don't care if it smells like patas. Everybody was stealing things anyways. And we were running there. It was like a scene from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Everybody was like, chocolate. They were putting Snickers and Payday and Twix, and everybody was stealing things. And one of my friends was like, hey, that's not Twix, fool. I was like, back it up, cochino. Now I know your gang name is Boo Boo. And they taught me how to steal, and we're running. It was so hot in San Antonio one day, the ice cream machine was busted. Ice cream was dripping off the bottom of the floor like a big moco of ice cream on the floor, but I didn't see it. I was like, oh, fool, this is legit. I'm running. I slipped right in that stuff. I'm flying head first. I couldn't control myself. My feet were over my head like Shaggy and Scooby. You know Scooby's flying like, Raggy, I'm scared. That's a good Scooby. That's a good Scooby. Do not lie. I'm flying head first. Boom. I land right on my chin. Blood's gushing out on this side. The big booger of ice cream on this side. And my homies, the ones that had my back, gone. I'm by myself. And the clerk comes out from behind the counter. He's yelling at me. Then he starts laughing at me. He goes, I know what to do with you because I know your principal. He takes me straight to my principal's office, and I'm in there denying things like, nah, it wasn't even me. You got the wrong guy. It was boo-boo. I had a bad attitude, and I remember the worst thing that they say, the only thing, because I wouldn't get mad at detention or suspension. The only thing I'd get crazy scared on when they'd say, no, we're going to call your mother. And I switched from being a hardcore vato to doing the potty dance. Like, please, I call my mom. Please, I call my mom. Because my mom was crazy. We used to call her the chancla ninja. We have a few of them up in the stands right now. If you don't know what a chancla is, it's not a flip-flop. It's a weapon. That thing would go around corners. They go downstairs. It had GPS for my butt. And I'd be dodging chanclas like one chancla, two chancla, three chanclas. How many feet you got, Mom? What, you carry extra chanclas? You got backup? She was crazy. She would show up to school. You ever had your mom show up to school on you? Valedictorian, Salutatorian? They ever show up for something bad? No? If you've never been more embarrassed than when your mom shows up using your full name. And she'll be like, no, I don't need no sticker. I don't need no name badge. My mom would pull me by my hair. You been pulled by your hair? Oh, your ear? Your shirt? The lonja? Come on, help me out. Something. Here's a question. Have you ever been so bad, so necio, you frustrate your parents out to the point that they start crying before you do? Isn't that the weirdest thing? And they're like, I don't know what to do you no more. You made me so frustrated. You're never going to be valedictorian, salutatorian. No, I was kidding. And here's the worst thing. You look them in the face, and when they're so mad and frustrated, the worst thing you can ever do is you look them in the face, and you laugh at them. And you're like, Mom, I know what I did was wrong, but your mascara is busted. You got like a raccoon eye and a Google map all the way to South Padre Island by the mall. But my mom would scream at me, yell at me, throw things at me. We fought, we struggled. It was hard. It was hard being born to a teen mom, abandoned by my father, living homeless in a car in Houston, Texas. But I'm here to tell you that even though hard things come your way and struggles and challenges, I overcame homelessness, abandonment, gang influence, alternative school, special education classes to graduate from high school, become the first of my family to go to college and graduate. After college, I became an educator in the school district in East Central ISD in San Antonio, Texas. Today, I travel all across America. I've had the privilege of speaking to over 2 million students, and I'm so honored to give a charge and a motivational message to the graduates at Mathis in 2023. You know, I believe that I don't care who you are, where you're from, what struggle or challenge you've had in life, success is for yours to take. If I could sit down and share just 4 things quickly with you that I think every senior, every graduate should have before they leave this space, it would be number 1, know that you have a purpose. A lot of people would say, Gabe, I don't know what I want to do in life. I don't know what I want to be. Everybody's asking me now, where am I going, or what am I doing, or am I joining the military, or vocational, or training? Can I tell you, number 1, it is okay to not know. But we always tell students, if you don't know, it's okay to not know. But we always say, do you want to be successful or not successful? 100% of students say successful. We say, great. Then you know what they say. If you read every Forbes magazine, or if you do all the interviews on millionaires or millionaire mindset, it says hang with successful people. Hang with people that are going after life in a great way. And graduates, find those people in your life and gravitate your life towards modeling that. But why is it that in America today we find so many students doing the opposite? In the negative, and the struggles, and the challenges, as if that's something to brag and shine about. But listen, there are people that are working so hard. Now, maybe you might not understand what that means, but we also talk about it in this. We talk about growth mindset and fixed mindset. Growth mindset says things like, help me, teach me, show me. That's the mindset of a successful person. Fixed mindset says things like this: Miss, I know. Sir, I know. Mom, Dad, I know. Coach, I know. Do they know? Parents? No. We need to be shown and taught and helped. I didn't know that I had a purpose. I was born to a teen mom abandoned by my father. I was living homeless in a car with my mom. And I remember one day I was 4 years old walking downtown San Antonio, Texas. If you've ever been downtown San Antonio, Texas, it's packed with tourists and trolleys and all these tourists that are down there. Me and my mom were about to get onto a city bus. And as we are, she pulls me back off the bus. She lets go of my hand. Now, when you're 4 years old, half of the room will say, Gabe, when you're 4, you can't remember anything. The other half will say, if it's traumatic, everything. You remember everything. Me and my mom were there on the side of the street. The bus takes off. My mom lets go of my hand. She runs halfway down the street. She confronts this man, my biological father. I'd never seen him before. I never would see him ever again after this. She's yelling at him. I don't know what they're saying. I was only 4, but I remember this part where she turns back over me. She says, that's your son. Look at him. That's your son. This man looks at me for a second. A man that looks a lot like me right now, stares at me, then backs up and runs away in the opposite direction. I never saw him again. About 5 months later, he's driving his 70s series Z28 Camaro. He pulls over on the side of the road by an old mall called Macrelis Mall in San Antonio, and they find him dead from a self-inflicted gunshot. You see, I felt like I was missing out as a kid. You see, I felt so abandoned. For some strange reason, many of what he was going through started to transfer to me: depression, anxiety, thoughts of suicide, self-destructive behavior. I felt like if he didn't want me, why would I want myself? I was jealous of other kids that had dads. I remember on field day, all the parents would show up all extra, like, run, mijo, run, Junior. I'd be like, stupid Junior. He's not even fast. Look, he's running the wrong way. Catch me. No, nobody's there for me. I remember we go to the zoo. You guys go to the zoo out here in Mathis? There's a zoo out here. What do y'all do? Look out the window? That's a deer. That's a raccoon. That's your abuelita. No, I'm just kidding. We went to the zoo. A dad shows up, and I'd always get this weird feeling. You know, Mr. I get this feeling like, man, a dad's here, and it makes me feel weird. And he totally changed it on me. He said, hey, I'm your chaperone today. All 7 of y'all, follow me. We went to the concession stand. He pulls out the biggest wad of cash, buys us popcorn, cotton candy, sodas, and he says, guys, tell me y'all's name. I need a name list. Start with you. Give me your name. We all said our name. While we're saying our names, he's not paying attention. He's kind of laughing. He goes, guys, I forgot to tell y'all, I'm horrible with names. I'm really bad with names. So how about just for today, I got an idea. I'm going to call each of y'all my sons. And if you want, just for today, and he said it with the coolest smile, he goes, y'all can call me Dad, just for today. Then he put his arms around us like a group hug, and the moment his arm hit my shoulder, boom, I started crying in front of all my homeboys. Any of you ever cry, you don't even know why you're crying? I hate that. It took me a while to realize why I was crying. I know exactly why I was crying. I was crying because I never had somebody speak into my heart like that before. You see, I felt like I was missing out on my childhood because I didn't have a father in my life, but I was wrong. Because today, as a father myself, to my children and the memories and experiences I have with each of them, I know the truth. And the truth is that it really wasn't me that was missing out on having a dad as much as it was him. I was missing out on having a good kid. Graduates, you are good kids. And if nobody's told you how significant, how value, how important, how much promise, how much potential there is in you, I'm here today to tell you this whole thing is set up to shine and love on you, to tell you whether you're number one or the last one, whether your last name starts with an A or it starts with a Z, there's promise, there's success and potential for you to grab. Nobody can do it for you. You have to do it. If you want something that you've never had before, do something that you've never done before. Don't wait for somebody to give you permission to succeed. We're here today giving you everything that you need to go after your life. Do big things. Can you say amen today? Come on. I love the way you guys are being loud with me. I love it. Number 2, don't be afraid of hard. Don't be afraid. I love the quote that says everything that you want, desire, hope for, dream for is on the other side of hard. But so many of us are afraid of hard. We don't want hard. Oh, the school is going to be hard. Oh, college is going to be hard. It's going to be expensive. Make an investment. Believe in yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to give you the nod of the approval. Believe in yourself. The teachers have done so much. They've given and they've, by the way, this is my first time here. Graduates, can you shout for me the name of your favorite teacher here at Mathis? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I found that out now. You know, many of them have walked you through things that were hard. But when you're on the other side of hard, that is success. Don't be afraid of hard. Hard things are going to come your way. So many people that, especially as we've gone through the pandemic, by the way, is it okay to be sad? I do this whole teaching on emotions. Is it okay to be sad? Yes. But is it okay to be sad for a long period of time? Right? Clinical psychiatrists, you can't be sad for a long time. They say after a while you have to talk to somebody, share with somebody. Is it okay to be happy? Yes, it's okay to be happy. Is it okay to be happy for a long period of time? No, that's called tacos. But listen, there's this false expectation in life, especially with your generation, that if I'm not happy every single day, if every moment is not post-worthy and affirmed by likes and shares, then something must be wrong with my life. And let me tell you, that's not true. You're going to have good days ahead of you. And let me make you another promise. You're going to have hard days. Maybe even some might even be called bad days. But just because you have a bad day doesn't mean that you have a bad life. And if you take a second today, you'll realize and look around by all the love that's being shown to you today, you truly are blessed. Yeah, there you go, knock something down. You truly are blessed. Don't be afraid of hard. Number 3, take ownership of your life and your decisions and your choices. I like the quote that says, you can make your choices, but your choices will make you. Ownership. Take ownership and start by cleaning your room. Parents, that was your time. That was your time. The decisions and the choices, the emails, the responses, the adulting that you will have to step into. People have held your hand and helped you, and there will be people ahead of your life that will. But I've heard it said the people that got you where you are necessarily won't be the people that will take you where you need to be. Eventually, you have to move on and go to another stage in your life. But be ready to take ownership of the decisions. Now, yes, there's hard things that happened in your past. I told you I was born to a teen mom, abandoned by my father. That was hard, but I couldn't stay there. I had to learn the power of forgiveness, and I couldn't go headed towards the things that were in store for my future that God was giving me if I was still hanging on to the things in the past. And in order to go forward, graduates, when you come here and cross this stage, leave some things in the past and go forward to the big blessings that are ahead of you. And lastly, help others along the way. There's so many people that are helping you, and there's other nephews and nieces, brothers and sisters that are up there, and I love hearing all the little small voices, because what you're doing right here by crossing the stage is you're giving them permission to say that it's okay to do good things. It's okay to do great things. And in this room right now, on this space, on this field, graduates, you're sitting next to a future doctor, teacher, lawyer, business owner, leader, influencer, millionaire, maybe a billionaire. Look at your neighbor and say, shh, he's talking about me. Parents say, that's my mijo, that's my mija. You've got to believe that other people are following you and that there's other people that helped you. That's why we help others. Why? Because people helped us. Let me tell you about the person, and I'm closing right now. I hope I've done a good job. I'm trying to keep this very tight. But I was in alternative school my whole 10th grade year for gang fights. And I was in alternative school. My principal, Dr. Langston Williams, walked across the street to the alternative school. Now, he never called me Gabriel. That's my name. He never called me Gabe. That's what I like to be called. He'd always call me Mr. Salazar, and he says, Mr. Salazar, get your books, get your things, follow him in my office right now. Let's go. Let's go. I said, what'd I do, sir? I didn't even do nothing. I've been sitting here minding my business all day. He said, I ordered us some Pizza Hut. I was like, let's go. Let's go. He was one of those down principals, make you talk about movies and sports and athletics. He knew every score, every movie line. He was a former city council member, pastor to community church. His wife was even the English teacher for many years at our high school. And he told me, I hear you're going to be getting out of alternative school, and when you do, I got to give you some news. You're not allowed to eat in the cafeteria. You have to eat in my office. But he'd order food for us. We'd sit in there, and he'd say, before we eat, I'm going to teach you something. Before we eat, we're always going to do this. I said, what is it? He said, he pointed to the bookshelf. He said, you see that all those books, you grab any one of those books, you read one paragraph, and then we eat. Books of authors like Malcolm Gladwell, Les Brown, John Maxwell. We would read knowledge. And one day, he slides a piece of paper across the desk at me. He says, put your name on this sheet before you leave. I said, what is this? He said, there's a college that's inviting kids for the weekend. They're going to feed you, have activities for you. You're even going to get to go stay in a college dorm room and experience college life. He said, college not for me. Look, I just came out of alternative school. I got low credits, taking special education classes. College is not for a kid like me. He said, look at the brochure. I was like, oh, they got pretty girls. It's what it took. It's what it took for me. And I wrote my name down. I went, and when I came back, he wrote a letter of recommendation for me on a scholarship, helped me fill out the FAFSA, helped me write my essay, and I became the first in my family to go to college and graduate. When I came back, my first job, I was an inclusion specialist working with special education behavioral kids for the East Central School District, and that was around the time I met my wife. Truth is, I didn't meet her. I was what the law enforcement said, stalker, because she was a news reporter for the ABC channel called KSAT 12 in San Antonio, and let me tell you, my wife is fine. And when I first saw her on TV, I just called her my future wife. That's my future wife right there. My brothers were like, you're dumb. You're never going to meet her. I was like, you shut up. We went to church for Christmas Mass one day, and we're singing Christmas songs. As we're singing, guess who walks in the back doors? Not Santa, the news lady. She walks in. The moment she walks in, I looked at her so hard, I got the Holy Ghost. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I built up the courage to meet her. I knew she's the one I want to spend the rest of my life with. So we're dating, but then all of a sudden, here's how I do it. I'm closing very soon with this. I took her down to the Riverwalk in downtown San Antonio, Texas. Her favorite movie was from the Riverwalk. A movie that made Jennifer Lopez famous, a movie called Selena. Under the Selena Bridge, where Selena got proposed to, and she did the music video for Como la Flor, I hired a boat filled with flowers, candles, mariachis, Selena. They're all singing Selena songs. And as we walk by, she goes, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. That is so romantic. That's my impression of my wife. It's just great. And I said, well, let's get closer. She goes, no, it's okay. I said, no, come on, let's get closer. Maybe we can get on, we can take pictures. She goes, no, we can't do that. I said, why? She goes, because this is somebody else's boat. I said, baby, this isn't somebody else's boat. I looked her dead in the eye. Here, I look at the camera. I look dead in the eye. I said, baby, this isn't anybody else's boat. This is your boat. All of this is all for you. And right then and there, I got down on one knee. And then I got down on two knees because I was begging, please say yes, please say yes. You better say yes because these mariachis cost me a lot of money. And she said yes. And the very next day, the first person I called was my old principal. Yes, that's right. That's who I called. Was my old principal, Dr. Langston Williams. I said, Dr. Williams, you wouldn't imagine how my life has changed, how my life has turned around. You told me I could go to college. You told me I could be a leader. You told me I could make a difference. And everything you said has come true. You mean so much to my life, sir. I want to ask you for a favor. Would you please perform the marriage ceremony for me and my wife? And he did. So you know mentors will make a difference in your life. Mentor others, believe in others, encourage others. I love that quote that says, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, take others with you. Graduates, I believe in you. Great things to come. I'm so honored to share my story. I'm so excited about your futures. Moms, dads, grandmas, and grandpas, the best is yet to come. When these kids walk the stage, you're walking with them. You did hard work too. I'm Gabe Salazar. God bless you and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Salazar. We would like the parents and family of Jaylyn Garcia to stand and be recognized. On stage, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jaime and Josie Garcia, proudly stand with the Salutatorian of Mathis High School's class of 2023. Jaylyn, please step forward. Mrs. Westbrook will present Jaylyn with her Salutatorian Award. Jaylyn Garcia is graduating Mathis High School with a 4.437 GPA, a total of 42 dual credit hours, and $76,630 in scholarship monies. She will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio to major in biology. While in high school, Jaylyn spent her time competing in numerous sports. She is a 3-time national qualifier for Business Professionals of America, is a member of the National Hispanic Institute and Student Council. She is also a UIL Academic Regional Qualifier. Please help me welcome Jaylyn Garcia to the podium.
Writing this speech has been a pretty good reflection of all my years in high school. It was last minute, it had me stressed for a while, but in the end, I got it done. In life, sometimes the hardest things to get through are the most rewarding, and I can say that being able to graduate is one of those things. After all, it only took 4 years. Staying motivated throughout high school has not been easy, especially when there's so much more you'd rather be doing than writing a dual credit essay 10 minutes before it's due or taking a 2-hour math test. However, this was a common occurrence for me. Doing work after coming home from a basketball game, on the way to a cross-country meet, or in the middle of a tennis meet was something I grew accustomed to, and it was very stressful, to say the least. There was definitely times when I felt like I should quit dual credit, stop trying so hard, or forget about my rank. But these were just the times I had to fight a little harder to stay motivated and focus on the goals I had in mind, which were to keep my rank and graduate in the top 10%. Throughout our years in high school, we have set many goals for ourselves, whether it be advancing to playoffs and regionals in a sport, stayed in UIL, or even just keeping our grades up. All of our goals have been equally important and valuable, but coming into high school, we had one similar end goal, and that is to graduate. And I'm proud to say that all of us sitting here today have accomplished just that. We faced countless obstacles and setbacks. There were times when we felt like giving up, when it seemed like the hard work wasn't worth it, and when we felt like our best just wasn't enough. But we kept pushing through, and we made it to this day. So as we move forward into the next chapter of our lives, I encourage you all to stay motivated, even when it feels impossible. Remember that you worked hard to get to where you are today, and your determination and hard work will help you reach your goals. Don't let setbacks discourage you. Instead, use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Keep pushing forward and believe in yourself. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. But in whatever we accomplish, it's important to remember the people who got you to where you are. So as we stand here today, ready to graduate and move on to the next chapter of our lives, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to those who have helped me get to where I am today. I was very involved in high school, and managing all of those commitments was not easy, but I couldn't have done it without the support of so many amazing people. I want to start by thanking every teacher, coach, and administrator who has helped me grow and thrive over the past 4 years. Your dedication and hard work have not gone unnoticed, and I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. I also want to thank my friends and classmates who have been there for me through thick and thin. High school can be chaotic and stressful at times, but knowing that I had people I could rely on made all the difference. I want to give a special shout out to my family who's been my support system. To my dad, thank you for always providing me with what I needed and supporting me in everything I do. Thank you for working so hard to ensure that I was happy and for always being there for me. To my mom, thank you for always putting me first, for always wanting what's best for me and ensuring I got just that. Thank you for the countless times you got up at 5 in the morning to drive me to cross-country practice, and the countless nights you stayed up talking about my future. Thank y'all both so much for everything. Your love, support, and guidance have been instrumental in helping getting me to where I am today. You have sacrificed so much to give me the best possible opportunities, and I only hope to make y'all proud with everything I accomplish. To my older brother, thank you for always setting the standard and being a good role model to me. I'll really miss you. Finally, I want to thank Manny for being the light in all my stressful moments and always finding a way to make me smile. I think I'll probably miss you and your random ideas the most. To my class, I'm so proud of you all. Though we may not have all started together, I'm proud to be able to graduate with you all. We have so much to offer, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. I love you all, and I wish everyone the best in their future endeavors, and I just know we're going to accomplish so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here today, and congrats to our class of 2023.
We would like the parents and family of Sonia Robles to stand and be recognized. On stage, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roel and Criselda Robles, proudly stand with the valedictorian of Mathis High School's class of 2023. Sonia, please step forward. Mrs. Westbrook will present Sonia with her valedictorian award. Sonia Robles is graduating with a 4.483 GPA, a total of 42 dual credit hours, and $75,634 in total scholarship monies. She will be attending Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, where she will major in English with a minor in creative writing. She is a 3-time national qualifier for Business Professionals of America, a 2-time state qualifier in academic UIL, a member of National Hispanic Institute, and played varsity tennis for 3 years. Please help me welcome Sonia Robles to the podium.
I knew when I received the incredible honor of being valedictorian, I'd have to write a speech to say in front of all of you tonight. I only had one day to condense my entire academic career thus far into a speech that hopefully won't bore you and will hopefully be worthwhile and memorable. How do I go about this? I truly did not know. But as I stared at the blank sheet of paper in front of me, waiting to be filled with words of wisdom, I wasn't stressed. I wasn't worried about the deadline. I didn't panic. I didn't look at the minutes counting down until it was time to graduate. I didn't allow myself to. I kept the page blank for a while. Because I had done too much of that already. I spent the entirety of my high school life stressed out about everything, whether it be a presentation I'd have to say in front of the classroom, or an upcoming test, or a UIL competition, but above all, my grades. I was constantly reminded that every single grade I got in high school counted. I was convinced everyone saw me as just a number and not a person. It felt like everyone's eyes were on me, waiting for me to fail. The worry, dread, suspense, fear, and anger that comes with feeling like the grades you receive determine life or death is not a very good feeling. The mindset I had placed myself in wasn't healthy. If I had anything lower than an A, I had failed, plain and simple. And I know this is a crazy way to look at things, but it was my reality. It was really, really hard trying to remain perfect, trying to please the people who were rooting for me, trying to make my family proud, trying to be a person worthy of standing here today. As I stand at this podium, I think about all the all-nighters I pulled, trying to get overwhelming amounts of assignments done. I think about studying for my tests, praying for a perfect 100. I think about having a panic attack in that restroom right over there because I had so much going on, I lost myself for a moment. I think about the college essays and quizzes I would have waiting to be completed when I got home that day. I think about laying in bed, crying over a B in a class, a stupid B. I think about all the pain, tears, stress, and anger I had to overcome to stand and speak here tonight at this podium. And for some of my classmates, this may be the first time you've heard me speak. I am quiet, I am shy, I am a completely different person around people I don't know well. You may have viewed me as a happy, smart girl with flawless grades, and while it might have seemed like that on the outside, I had so much chaos and confusion going on internally. We all have our own individual struggles. We are all going through our own things. We often don't see it, but it is happening all around us. Class of 2023, we've all been dealt obstacles, but I am so proud of each and every one of you for overcoming those hurdles to be able to sit here in those chairs tonight in your caps and gowns. It feels weird to be graduating, doesn't it? It feels like only yesterday I was learning how to tie my shoes and playing outside on the playground at the elementary. It's crazy how 1 second you are a kid trying to figure out who you are and maneuver your way through life. The next, you're an adult fixing to enter a new chapter. But we don't have to rush into that. There is no hurry. It's okay to keep your page blank for a while. Don't stress yourself out like me. Above all, be proud of yourself for whatever you may accomplish. I struggled a lot with feeling proud of myself. I would put my all into everything I did, yet I felt like everyone still expected more. I would make a lower grade than usual and see the looks of disappointment all around me, and I would hide my face with shame. I would try to balance tennis, basketball, UIL academics, BPA, college courses, and regular high school classes, and I still felt like I wasn't doing enough. But I think now I am proud. I don't think I would change anything. I think I'll look back on these years and smile. I'm proud of all the hard work I put in to get here today. I'm proud for pushing past all of my personal struggles, all my stresses, and all of my hardships. I'm proud of myself for staying motivated through it all, for finishing strong and never giving up. I'm proud of myself for punching the fear of failure in the face and coming out victorious. Thank you to everyone who has supported me through this amazing, unforgettable journey. To my teachers, coaches, and administrators, thank you for always pushing me to do my best in whatever I did. Thank you for always seeing my full potential. I believe you have one of the hardest jobs in the world, but you all make it seem so easy. Thank you for the greatest gift and education. To my friends, you all know who you are. I love you guys so much, more than any of you can imagine. Thank you for the unconditional support. Thank you for making me laugh when it felt like I would never smile again. Thank you for being there for me through it all, the good and the bad. To my siblings, thank you for always believing in me. Thank you to my big brother for making the best food, like your ribs and beans, to keep me full and fueled for all my important moments. To my big sister, thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for letting me borrow your clothes and being the best sister anyone could ever ask for. I appreciate and love you both so much. Sorry. To my parents, thank you for absolutely everything. Thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for caring so deeply about me and my future. Thank you for always making sure I had exactly what I needed or wanted whenever I did. Thank you for the guidance, strength, and stability you always give. No matter where life takes me, I will always be your baby. I love you. And lastly, to my beautiful class, thank you for being the best class in the entire world. We've all grown up together. We've all dreamt of this moment since we entered those double doors on our very first day of school. I truly believe you will achieve all the things you put your mind to. I wish you all nothing but happiness and success. Now it's our time. We did it. This is it. So as we all enter our new beginning, our next chapter, and our first step into adulthood, let's slow down. Let's stop time for just a little bit longer before we all make our separate ways after tonight. Let's not rush into the unpredictable future. Let's not worry about the inevitable. Let's keep the pages in front of us blank until they're ready to be filled with all our incredible stories. Class of 2023, be proud. This is our moment. Let's graduate. Thank you.
Thank you, students, for the wonderful words this evening. We would like to recognize additional outstanding accomplishments of our graduates. Seniors, please rise as your honors and awards are announced. The Honor Medal is worn by the students that will graduate in the top 10% of their class. The Grace Stole is worn by Pirate Scholars who have earned the top tier requirements of their graduating class. The Gold Cord is worn by students that will graduate under the Distinguished Achievement Plan. The maroon and white braided cord is worn by students who have achieved summa cum laude status by earning 97 and 100 grade point average. The maroon cord is worn by students who have achieved magna cum laude status by earning 94, 96 grade point average. The white cord is worn by students who have achieved cum laude status by earning 90, 93 grade point average. The white hood is worn by students who are members of the National Honor Society. The silver tassel represents students that have taken dual credit courses. Remain standing if you are wearing a blue and white cord. These students have completed 24 to 42 transferable credit hours through Del Mar College.
Seniors, I'm going to ask you to please stand for this moment. Mr. Norman, please step forward. It is my distinct honor to present the Mathis High School class of 2023 for certification to you. I hereby declare that they have met the requirements for graduation as established by the Texas Education Agency and the Mathis ISD School Board policy.
Ms. Westbrook, parents, family members, and friends, by the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Mathis Independent School District, and upon assurance from Ms. Cynthia Westbrook, principal of Mathis High School, and her faculty, at this time they have completed the requirements for graduation prescribed by the Texas Education Agency and the Mathis Independent School District. It becomes my privilege to certify that this 2023 graduating class of the Mathis High School, it's my pleasure to recommend to you to be awarded your diplomas at this time.
Seniors, please be seated. Front row, remain standing.
Sonia Elizabeth Robles. Jaylin Garcia. Keandra Alexis Ross. Jasmine Nadine Leal. Jolene Ann Serna. Mercedes Lee M. Leal. Rodolfo E. Treviño. Christian M. Garcia Salinas. Paris Nicole Treviño. Jacqueline Clarissa Garcia. Ruben Esteban Medrano. Joe Luis Adames Jr. Antonio Aguilar. Aldo Aguirre Jr. Michael Alonso Jr. Victoria Jerilyn Alvarado. David Arguijo. Christina Kathleen Armstrong. Maribella Beatriz Barrera. Carla Brosig. Ivan Isaiah Campuzano. Angelina Zailen Cano. Jacob Paul Castro.
Jonathan Paul Coronado. Esteban Angel Cruz. Justin Ray Cruz. Marisa Marie Cuevas. Diamond Joy De Leon. Christian Mia De Leon. Cedric Santino De Leon. Tracy M. Del Bosque. Ricky A. Del Bosque. Aaron Echavarria. Stephanie Ann Espinosa. McKenna Charlene Estrada. Reynaldo Garcia III. Michaela Ariel Gloria. Abraham James Gomez. Savannah Jean Gomez. Cesar Iliano Michael Gonzalez. Diego Crispin Gonzalez. Ivan Diego Gonzalez. Jadrian Gonzalez. Teresa Mia Gutierrez. Dylan Michael Guzman. Joe Aaron N. Guzman. Evan Ray Hernandez. Israel V. Hernandez III. Kristen Brienne Hernandez. Caitlin Crystal Lara. Noe Martin Licerio Jr. Jasmine Lynn Longoria. Alicia True Maldonado. Albert Lee Martinez. Richard Jesus Kane Martinez. Gabriel Mendoza. Jeremiah Joel Mercado. Malachi Alex Molina. Isaí Manuel Morales. Eleno Moreno IV. Danica Michelle Munoz. Kevin Wade Odom. Aliyah Reina Olivares. Hector Olivares III. Mia Celeste Olivares. José Nicolás Olivares Aguirre Jr. Haley Renee Olivo. John Michael Pice. Ruben Peralta III. Melissa Starr Perkins. Nadia Puentes. Jolie Nevea Ramirez. Mary Lee Ramos. Juan Pablo Recio Jr. Adriana Rios. Zachary Rivas. Rebecca Jo Rivas Garza. Joseph Randolph Rivera Gibrich. Armando Rivos. Jasmine Marie Rodriguez Borders. Annabelle Nicole Rodriguez. Angeline Dominique Rodriguez. Catherine Rose Perez Rodriguez. Gabrielle Rodriguez. Kylie Page Rodriguez. Sierra Ann Rodriguez. Xavian Trey Rodriguez. Reina Mia Rosales Romero. Brianna Celine Salinas. Ismael Salinas Jr. Liberty Ann Elizabeth Salinas. Samuel Salinas Jr. Tiffany Rose Salinas. Kayla Renee Sanchez. Lily J. Sanford. Lorenzo Ignacio Silvas. Ileana Miquel Solis. Mia Ángeles Rodríguez Soto. Jonathan Jordan G. Tanguma. Jerónimo Listat Torres. Kalia Haven Torres. Gilberto Adán Trejo. René Trejo Jr. Caitlin Ashley Treviño. Abel Trujillo. Esmeralda Trujillo. Anessa Joe Urdiales. Devon Vasquez. Somaira Shania Vega. Zayden Xander Veliz. And Ethan J. Zapata.
Kevin Odom, Senior Class President. Y'all don't even know what he's going to do yet. Kevin Odom will now accept the diplomas. Sonia and Jaylyn, please join your class at this time.
Graduates of Mathis High School, please rise. On behalf of the class of 2023, I accept these diplomas. Move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left side as a sign of your graduation. Thank you.
Students, last year at your junior ring ceremony, you were told to wear those rings facing you. Tonight, you're going to move those rings facing outward to show the world that you are a Mathis High School graduate. At this time, you can move your rings. One reminder, seniors, before you leave, please make your way back up to the front. Thank you for your attendance at this evening's celebration. We're happy you could be here to celebrate with us. Please rise for the alma mater. We can open the gates, guys. Open the gates. Open the gates.
Reminder, seniors, we need everybody to come get their diplomas. Seniors, y'all need to come get your diplomas, please. Phones are still up here. A through M is with Miss Berial. N through Z, Miss Guajardo. Please make your way up here, seniors. Seniors, please make your way up here for diplomas and phones.